Right here. Scroll that down just a little. Um, can't add stream Microsoft. The channel is offline, but the channel is not offline. So, alrighty. All right. So that looks good. Post over to the Twitters. Alrighty. Extra scene incoming. Delete and tweet. Okay. Alrighty. All right. It's an important holiday, so I imagine we're gonna be dead today. It's such an important, vital holiday that people will be celebrating parades and fireworks and uh, box socials and all kinds of celebrations that will keep everybody away from the stream. Hey, Hero, Hyrule, and Ryan. Important. I'm happy that you were able to pull yourself away from whatever shenanigans and hootenannies you might have been having for our very special holiday. You know, when someone discovered a place that already had a bunch of people on it and didn't even get the place named after him because nobody even realized he did anything interesting. A hoot in the nanny. Ooh, that sounds painful. That's you're gonna need a doctor for that one. Possibly a proctologist, depending on how the hoot got into the nanny in the first place. You know, unless that's their thing. I don't shame. I don't shame, but I do question logistics. But hey, Hero Hyrule, Ryan, what's going on? It sounds like a whole lot of pain. Yeah, in all seriousness, I do kind of I feel like it's gonna be a little dead today, so I don't mind that. You know, we're gonna finish up Link's Awakening. Finally, get this game done. Latimer, what is going on? I did that Dampy stuff earlier today. I had already done 6 dungeons. I had already done 6 dungeons on stream, and it was pretty boring. So then I did the other ones, which actually I did 5 on stream. The 6th one I built, but like I slapped it together, and that wasn't good enough. Like you have to fill every room, and I didn't do that. So I rebuilt that one today, and then I did all of the. I don't know. I think I would have to check again. I think I finished 6 or I finished 5, and I don't know. But I finished them all today. I got all of the bonus stuff out of there, which is important. Apparently, there's more beyond the 12 dungeons you're supposed to build, but you only get more dungeon tiles, which I don't care about. That to me is not part of 100% completion. So I'm not doing those. I got the 2 heart pieces, I got the full heart, and the bottle. That's all I care about. Yeah, you don't need to do the tier 4. Yeah, that's for Gerard the completionist will do that. He'll finish that up with all of those puzzles, and he can get all of those for the sake of full blown completion. And then he can do it all on normal mode, and I don't know if he's also going to do it on hard mode. There's no difference for doing it on hard mode from what I understand. So how about that Fortnite 2? Okay, look. I posted this on Twitter a little while ago. Hey, Lilac. Yeah, I only did the first 12 dungeons. I posted this a little while ago on Twitter. If you don't like Fortnite, that's fine. That's totally okay. You know me. You know what I say. If you don't like it, that's fine. Don't harp on somebody else's enjoyment of it, because that's what people used to do to us. You know, we're all geeks, so we've all experienced it before. We've all gotten excited over a new game and had somebody look at us and ask us why we care. Like, aren't we grown-ups? This is stupid. Like, so I don't get on anybody else's case with that. That being said, the actual event itself, I watched a video of it because I knew what had happened, and then everybody was saying that it was actually pretty impressive. So I went and I watched it, and I was pretty blown away by what had happened, like by the visual spectacle of what was going on. It's not going to have the same impact if you don't really care about the game, but for the short time that I played it from halfway through season 4 up to, I want to say it was probably like the middle of season 9. They did a great job of selling you the big moments. You know, there was a cool storyline that was going on, and it was fun to follow for a while. To be completely honest, what dropped me out of the game more than anything else, hey Aqua, was the fact that the storyline got boring. There was one specific event that happened, and then after that event, I did not like the story things that were going on. I found it very boring. Yeah, so he's doing his run around as fast as he can for no reason whatsoever. Hey, Gamer Jam. There was a storyline. Okay, so Fortnite did not have a storyline per se. What it had was, starting in around season 3, there was sort of this overarching thing that was happening. With season 3 leading into season 4, there was this rocket. Okay, so there was a rocket that was being built. If I remember right, the rocket was being built to stop the meteor that was going to crash into Fortnite, that was going to crash into the island. I guess the missile never happened because the asteroid, meteorite, whatever, did crash. It destroyed a giant area in the center of the map, and then it became a big giant crater that had stuff that was built into it over time. At some point, the rocket that was built, it had never launched. So there was rumors that it was going to launch. So it eventually launched. Yeah, Ryan, it's background stuff. You know what I mean? It's stuff to explain changes in the game, which I like. I like when they do that stuff. I don't like, stuff like, you have games like Call of Duty, you have games like PUBG, where things might just change. They might just add new maps or something like that, and it's not as interesting. Like, there's no reason that these things are happening. So I like when they give it a little bit of effort to make it, to have some sort of a storyline to it. So the rocket, what happened, the rocket eventually launched. And that was that was probably one of the biggest events at the time for the game. And the rocket, it was this real dramatic launch. And when it was done, it shattered the sky, basically. It shattered in these giant rifts in the sky. And from then on in the game, there were these rifts that were throughout the game. And the rifts are actually still, well, sort of. They were still there up until the other day. Where you would jump into the rift and you would appear in the sky and then you could fly somewhere. That was when the rifts first appeared. So then after the rifts eventually closed. At some point, the giant rift No, see, stuff like the Batman and Thanos and all of that, they're, well, usually they're what's called LTMs. Like the Thanos stuff was an LTM, which was a limited time mode, which was a whole different kind of game mode. The Batman stuff, the Borderlands stuff, that's just promotional stuff. So then, well, the Batman stuff, they added an area into the game, but I wasn't actually playing during season 10. So the rift, it was a giant rift in the sky, and eventually one day it sealed up. It finally healed itself up and it closed. Not long after it closed, there was a lightning storm, like a strike. It struck at a specific spot, and it was like striking the spot a lot. And all of a sudden, this giant cube appeared, and nobody knew what the cube was. Like, it was just sitting there. And then one day the cube started to move. Like the cube, like it was, big cube, and then it just went. And then it tipped over, shook the whole map. From then on, the cube started to travel around the island. And then at certain points, it started to glow. And then it would burn some sort of glyph into the ground. Eventually it burned like 7 glyphs. That was a whole thing, because then the glyphs started floating. It collided into the middle, like the cube disappeared into the lake, and then it actually destroyed a part of the island, and it lifted it up into the air. Like it's all very interesting. Like, it's rather than just saying, hey, we're gonna change the map. That's boring. I don't like when games just do that stuff. We talked before about how Metroid, a lot of games do this, but I'm using Metroid as an example. I always hate when the next game comes up and your character just suddenly, they don't have any of the stuff that they had from before. Yeah, I had no idea that any of this was part of the game. But yeah, I hate that. I don't like when you've got a character that gets all this cool equipment and all these cool spells, and then the second game is supposed to be a continuation of the first one, and they just don't have anything anymore. Metroid Prime, when that first started, the first one, like, she's escaping the ship and she gets blasted back and she gets slammed into the wall and it damages her suit and she loses a lot of the power-ups that she has. It's a pretty lame excuse. But at least they tried to do something to explain why you're starting without anything anymore. Because for the life of me, every time that happens in a sequel game, my first thought is, where's all this cool stuff that I got from the last damn game? Shouldn't I have like a super powerful sword and a bunch of... What, did I stop doing things and I just forgot all the spells that I learned? I always hated that crap. Hey, Nico. Hey, Rami, what's going on? There we go. But where does Noob Master 69 come into it? So all of this was going on while I was playing Fortnite. I could see how amazing it was for... Yeah, it's in Aqua, and that's the thing. The bulk of the game is just the game. But there are these events that are sort of building up, and it does kind of make it interesting. I was at... When the Cube thing happened, the Cube thing was my favorite event. And there was a rumor that the Cube was going to crack, that it was going to shatter. We were at a pizza place, and we were sitting there talking, and we were both playing the game at the time. And we're looking at the clock, and we're like, all right, what time is it? It's 12:30. Oh, because the Cube is going to crack open at 1 o'clock. Like, it was the game at 1 o'clock. If you were in the game, that's when it was going to happen. So we're like, if we'll see it online, we'll watch it online. So we finished our food, and we're like, oh man, we could get home and see what happens to the Cube. A table near us, there were some people there, and there were a couple kids, and they're like, but the Cube is gonna crack. And I'm laughing hysterically because I realized what was happening, and I told Belle, I was like, she wants to go home so she could see what's happening to the Cube. And it was great. It was so much fun. Like, just about Fortnite. Yeah. I'm rambling before we get started. To be completely honest, we're at the end of Link's Awakening, so this isn't gonna last long. So I'm just scratching it out. Final Fantasy XIV is my favorite way of rebooting. The Red Moon Dalamud got closer and closer until eventually it exploded, releasing the elder primal Bahamut in the middle of a war between nations. Bahamut wiped out all untorched the land. The leader of a group of projectors sealed him and saving Haguro. 5 years later, a Realm Reborn launched following the aftermath. They used that calamity to restart the game. See, and Lilac, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Final Fantasy XIV, I don't know if anybody remembers this. Final Fantasy XIV was not a good game at first. There were a lot of technical problems with the game. It was like, I remember watching a video of the guy he went to the shop and he was going to sell items. And it was such a long, drawn-out process, and you could only sell one item at a time. Like, it was a lot of stuff like that the game was not actually really good. A Realm Reborn, you're telling me that there was a story event that did it. But the purpose of Realm Reborn was to restructure everything about the game, like the functionality of the game and everything. And then it was good. But at the beginning, Final Fantasy XIV was like a joke. It was nowhere near as good. They had it be an event at the end of 10, at the end of 1.0. Player got to see the sky get redder and redder, monsters get stronger and stronger. Then when Bahamut released, they did a world announcement to head to the area and thank you. Yeah, see? That's interesting. They could have, for Final Fantasy XIV, they could have just said, hey, by the way, we're going to shut the servers down for 2 days and we're going to reboot how everything works. And they could have not done anything. But instead, they turned it into a story event. And it was more interesting that way. It helps with an MMO because an MMO is supposed to be story-oriented. But it's more interesting. You know, they didn't just change the story and the setting. They changed the functionality of the game. But they wrote that into the story. And that's pretty cool. That's why I like this Fortnite event. Because, yes, they could have... Season 10 just ended. Season 11 is going to start soon. They could have just said, hey, by the way, we changed how everything worked. But why do that? Why do that instead of turning it into a big event? And now, and by the way, for anybody who thinks that people wondering what's happening with the black hole screen is stupid, need I remind you that less than a month ago, Pokemon held a 24-hour stream to show you Ponyta in the last 5 minutes. so they're not, the Epic isn't the only one that does dumb stuff like that. I remember watching a streamer playthrough by a group from England, saw how horrible it was. At least the group made the most of it by making fun of it. It's not chapter. Oh, it's chapter 2 season. Is that what they're called? I wonder if that's what they're actually calling it. Chapter 2 season 1. That's interesting. Yeah, everyone called the Pokemon thing stupid. See, no, Ryan, that's not actually true. That's not actually true because there was I saw a thread where they were talking about how ridiculous it was that they sort of made, this fake animal watching stream, and people were in the thread defending it, but this is clever because it's almost like a nature camera setup, and they were basically saying that it was awesome because they were describing what it was. It's not. It would have been cool if over 24 hours you saw 10 Pokemon. But to only see Ponyta at the very, 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 very end was really? Yeah, and then the Galarian, they tweeted the Galarian Ponyta a day later. You could have just, I remember because I posted it, I commented that tweet took 24 hours to post. Yeah, but those people are idiots, and you know that. No one's an idiot. Some people are just passionate about the things that they like, even idiots. All right. And it's not a fairy. So I have the thing opened up and it never captures the right window. You're welcome, Lizard. I only watched the. Yeah, I didn't watch any of that Pokemon thing. I knew I was just gonna catch the stuff after. Yeah, the fact that you had to wait until the very end did seem less organic. I would have figured around 12 hours in. I honestly kind of figured every hour you'd be seeing something. You would see some of the other Pokemon that you've already seen, you know, living out their lives in the forest, and then every once in a while you'd see a new one. But they literally showed like 1-2 things. Oh my god, I like. All right. All right, so let's turn this up a little bit. Okay. So before we get started, hello again to YouTube. The last stream that I did for this, I got really bored with the Dampy stuff, so I stopped. And then I said that I would pick it up here. Hopefully I remember to do that. So if I do remember, hi again. All right, so I got all the upgrades. I got 40 powders, 60 bombs, 60 arrows. I have all of the heart containers. I have all 50 shells. What I do not have, yeah, and he forgets. Hey, that boy Keese, what's going on? What I don't have, I did not get all of the dungeon tiles because I do not care about doing the dungeon stuff anymore. And I did not get these Nintendo figurines. Apparently there's 10 figurines to get. I didn't get them because I don't care. For me, so now I'm going to head to the Windfish. For me, 100% completion. Oh, by the way, is there anything I should be doing? Are there any little last minute, chats that open up because I have all of this stuff? Yeah, they're canon amiibos. It's going good, Keese. How are you doing? It's that boy. Oh shit, what up? You know what? I can do. Oh, and 3 bottles. I have 3 bottles. Oh wait, do I need? I need to go to the thing. Yeah, 100% is all items, all upgrades, all heart pieces. Yeah. Ryan, for me in Breath of the Wild, all 100% for me was, I think it was like 500 Korok seeds, because that's the you need. I think you need that. It's like 500 or 520 before you max out the upgrades, and then everything from that point to 900 is just extra. So I only got up that high, and then that was it. I stopped. Oh no, this is the hidden power of color. This is the one that I need. Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint. Do you really want to read it? Round and round the passageways of the egg. Okay. Breath of the Wild 100%. No. Yeah. All, for the golden poop. Like, why the hell do I care about that? Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, I did. I took a pic of that. Okay, look at the picture of the mountain here with the egg and the clouds. When I walked out of the library, I was like, was that like a dude flexing? It's going good. It's going good. Even in the GBA version, that combination is random. Yeah. That's why I remember to check that out. Hi. I don't like that you cannot pet the dog here. Oh, it's 1 of 8. Oh, I figured every position was randomized. Fastest way there is to warp, so let's go. And I will not see that. Oh, I'm not the only one who sees that. If you try to pet... No, the dog is friendly now because I helped it. I think so. A lot like that's what I thought. Apparently, no, the color dungeon is the same no matter what. That's what I thought. I hope you're doing well. Myself had a bit of a rough patch. I really wasn't streaming lately. Glad I still. Oh yeah. No problem. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Believe me, we're all sort of not like devalue what you're going through, but like I think a lot of people that I know are sort of going through something. Okay. Oh, okay, for the color dungeon. Come back after you beat the game for one tiny thing. Hey lizard, what's a wandfish? The time has come, the windfish waits. Enter the egg, hoot hoot. Just staying here. Get in the egg! Okay, God. Wait, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Oh, yes, I did. Alright, does it start from here? It starts from here. Okay. Should have like left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up, right, up, up, up. Hold on, I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna play. Just write, yeah, just write it down. No, Ryan. Come on, write it down. You're so old school. You boomers and your pen and paper. You take a picture with your phone. Oh. Left. Up. Right. Up. It's big brain time. Right. Up. I mean, he's not wrong. Yeah, Elements, I'm wrong. Here we go. Can you save here? Yeah, I'm gonna save. Oh no, wait. Am I not supposed to save? Should I save here? I'm gonna save here. Alright, I don't really remember this boss. And I don't want to die. So, here we go. We are born of nightmares. What? Is that good? Better? Yeah. To take over this world, we made the windfish sleep endlessly. If the windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. It sounds very sinister that they keep the windfish sleeping, but they're probably just making it like warm milk. We would have been masters of this place, but you had to come here and disrupt our plans. You can never defeat us. Let's rumble. Hey, Heaven's Fury. Oh, wait. Hey, Heaven's Fury. Let's get ready to rumble. We got a save file right before this, so we're good. Mortal Kombat. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I just... Oh no! I don't remember! Hang on. I remember this doing a lot. Nope! Yeah, why? I really don't remember this. I mean, I only did it the once. Yeah, no. Oh. I would have just tried every item. Like, that's just normally how I do it. Die! Die! Oh. Take that, Shadow Jerry. Oh, good. I said Jerry, and I wasn't sure if anybody remembered that. Oh. Back far enough away so that I can... Oh, that's right, because you can't even block them. I think you just have to jump. Hey, Linky! You can't even jump it! I think they only restore 5 hearts, so I'll just do that there. Oh. Yeah! Oh my god! Settle there. Oh wait, he needs... Ow, ow. Yeah, oh wow, I think I tagged him twice with that one. It's Ganon! Oh, come on. No way. Ow. Hey, there we go. Got an extra hit on there. Nice. Yeah, because the window to hit him is actually super small. Really? Is that working? Wow, that was sad that worked. I do not remember. No, Ow. Oh, so you get one hit. Yeah, Boomerang is freaking brutal in this game for no reason. Like, I guess it's just because they make the Boomerang so hard to get. They want you to go through all the trouble to get it. Because you don't have to do the fetch quest stuff past a certain point, right? Or do you need the magnifying glass? Oh no, you need the magnifying glass for the to read the final pattern. This island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Our world. No. You can brute force the pattern. Probably. I mean, if you go online, and if there are only 8 patterns, you go online and you just try each pattern. Oh, no, wait, because once you screw up one thing, it'll send you back to the beginning, right? Oh, so then, yeah, you could just trial and error it. It'll take a lot longer, but you can get it done. Now for a sad, beautiful ending. Well, I didn't die, so there should be an extra scene, which I think is like a spoilery kind of ending. Who? Young lad, I mean Link the hero. You have defeated the nightmares. You have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. Hey! As part of the Windfish's spirit, I am the guardian angel of his dream world. But one day the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Everything you know was wrong. Then you, Link, came to rescue this island. I've always trusted in your courage. I knew that you could turn back the nightmares. Thank you, Link. My work is done. The Windfish will wake soon. Goodbye, Who. Not calling Link thief? No, I'm a good person. Hey. I am the Windfish. Long has been my slumber. In my dreams an egg appeared. It was surrounded by an island with people, animals, an entire world. But verily, it be the nature of dreams to end. When I dost awaken, Koholint will be gone. Only the memory of this dreamland will exist in the waking world. Someday thou may recall this island. That memory makes the dream world real. Come, Link. Let us awaken together. Ooh, play the 8 instruments. Play the Song of Awakening. Hey, Mechadom. Yeah, who bedazzled my cheeks? Oh, I was asleep. What the hell am I wearing? It's like the bright light makes it like they dropped a tactical nuke on the island. Oh no, but what about the others? They're on the other side of the island. I hope they made it out okay. Farewell, Twin Peaks. Nintendo did the black hole before Fortnite. Alright, Mecha, to be fair, Space did the black hole before Nintendo. Yeah, Linky, that's what I think. Like all the water, and then he's at an inn somewhere, and somebody like splashes water on him. Yeah, like the Windfish is real. That really was a thing. You have zero proof of that. First pick of the black hole was this year. Space copy Nintendo. I mean Lilac. You're right. Hey, Homecoming. Give me a ride back to shore. He's got flags. Just trying to signal the windfish for help. Why don't you dream me up a boat or something? At least they added a barrel with him. That's so he can poop. And like, I know that they don't, you know, repeat elements and stuff. Not you elements. But like the windfish is real. You know, the island was a dream that apparently people do remember, because he actually says in the ending there that it'll vanish, but it'll be a memory for everybody else. So it was like kind of real, but it kind of wasn't. I'm a little annoyed that they never like revisit the fact that the windfish exists, you know, but I know that it's Zelda. They never revisit these elements unless that's sort of the point. You know, in Link to the Past, there was a sequel, sort of sequel to that. So, like, I understand it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I think that's my biggest problem with Zelda, is that you've got this giant world and you don't use it. You just keep adding new pieces to it with every new game, and it's like, I think people would think it was pretty cool if you started to officially tie them together in game. Also, you passed 27,000 channel views. Did I pass 20? Wait, really? Hey, look at that! Yes, I did. Passed 27,000 views. Elements. I wish we were at 27,000 viewers. I mean, sort of. I sort of wish that. Hey, Homecoming, thank you for the bits. Would you want Oracle of Seasons and Ages? Yes, absolutely. I would want Oracle of Seasons and what is it? It's they weren't both Oracle, right? It wasn't, or were they Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, but then the items were different in the games? I don't remember. But yeah, I would absolutely love them in this style. Yeah, they were both Oracle, but then in the game it was the Staff of Ages and I don't know, the Rod of Seasons? Do you think Four Swords could work for Switch? As a port, Lilac, as a port, I think it would be awesome with extra stages, DLC. I think Four Swords Adventures would be fantastic. Lilac, Four Swords Adventures, but remade with Link Between Worlds graphics. Well, Lizard... oh, wait. Hold on. All right. Apparently, the point of that is that... yes. At some point in the game, she says that she wishes she could turn into a bird and fly away. So that's supposed to be what that is. I think in the original game, she was like an angel or something. Like, I don't know, maybe they had graphical limitations, so they couldn't draw birds for some reason. But that's apparently what that's supposed to mean, is that she turned into a bird. You know, now she can poop on people. Oh, was it a bird in the original too? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I'd always, for some reason, I remember it like not being a bird. She was still a seagull. All right, so that is Steven Seagal. Load my save and go back to the island. Hold on. That's the auto save. That's the completion. All right, so I'm back in the egg. Am I supposed to be outside? Or am I supposed to be inside? Is there something I'm missing? Whee! Back back to Dragon Quest 11 for me. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind picking that up. Later, Linky, have a good one. It's meant to be on the stairs down here. Maybe inside. I don't know. Let's see. There's something down here? Oh, I like that. Hold on. It sounds like wailing noises. But in the Latin, Jehovah starts with an I. Jay? I have no idea what I'm talking about. It's supposed to be like an extra scene. I think, right? Is that what you're saying? Maybe not. Let me sleep. Yeah, no. Okay, there's nothing here. No, all right. So that's it. That's Zelda. Zelda Link's Awakening. A fantastic game. I question $60. I definitely question the $60 price tag, especially when you've got stuff like Crash Trilogy, Spyro Trilogy, where they were completely done, and it's 3 full games, and they are $40. So I do question $60, but I don't question how great the game is. Yes, the frame rates dip a little bit. It's really not game breaking. Stab Dumpy for making us do that Dungeon Maker. Oh God, Dungeon Maker. That's the worst part of this game is the Dungeon Maker and the fact that you have to do it, and it takes like 3 or 4 hours to do it enough to get 2 heart container pieces, the 3rd bottle, and a full heart container. Nintendo tax. Sakamoto, I avoided the Nintendo tax by going to Walmart and buying the game for $50. No, and you know what, Sakamoto? The Nintendo tax isn't paying $60. The Nintendo tax is the fact that for the next 5 years, the game will still be $60. That's terrible. Like, Nintendo games never drop in price. Yeah, just like Yoshi. I didn't buy Crafted World because I got Woolly World as a Christmas gift. I would not have paid $60 for Woolly World, and I thought Woolly World was terrific, but I don't really think that it was a $60 game. It was easy, but it's supposed to be a kid's game, but that just means you're spending $60 on a kid's game. You know, it's a little weird. Like, and again, the fact that up until the death of the Wii U, if I went to the store and bought Woolly World, it still would have cost me $60. I just hate that 100% runs on, like, for AGDQ, like speedrunners and stuff, they're going to skip all of that. So 100% runs are going to be 18 hearts and 2 heart pieces. Because no one, and 2 bottles. Because no one's going to want to do all of that stuff for a speed run. To be fair, they learned recently that they get more money from sales with the Mario sale they did in March. So hopefully they might. Well, a Lilac, for physical gamers, though, that doesn't help too much. Because I don't remember if that stuff went on sale physically. It's great digitally that you get it for cheaper. I mean, I question whether or not digital games should just always be cheaper, but the physical stuff they don't really do that for. That, or they'll use amiibos to make the fastest and shortest dungeon. Maybe. The problem, Lilac, with that is I remember somebody talking about it during a Metroid. They were doing a Super Metroid run. And the reason they start Super Metroid
your
runs...
ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.
Sakamoto, thank you so much for the follow. Very, very much appreciate that. When you watch Super Metroid runs, they start with the elevator coming down into Sarah's station. They skip all of the storyline stuff. And they say that They start it there because if you start it with the story stuff, part of the speed run becomes how fast can you click through the story windows. So they don't like that. So the run typically starts at Cirrus Station after all of the story. I've seen them do that. I've seen speed runs where they start on the planet. They don't even do the Cirrus Station stuff, but I don't like that. Yeah, it's the same time edition for everyone, so why have it at the start? And Ryan, it's not even the same time edition because literally if somebody can click it a split second earlier, they have an advantage. It's just pointless. It's literally just, oh, here's the speed run. So they don't bother with it. They make sure that all of the files are skipped past that stuff. One thing that will help me with the price would be like Dragon Quest 11 doing a 2D. Oh, well, Lilac, one of the things that I said would have helped the price with this game immediately was when you beat it, you unlock the original Game Boy version. I think that alone would have added some value to the game. Not a ton, but it would have added some. Me, personally, I would have said, hey, when you beat this game, you unlock Minish Cap. Mostly just because I want to play Minish Cap on the Switch. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, we're gonna stop the video now. If you are, thank you for watching the stream since you've been all the way up to the end of the stream. So thank you and see you next time.